this channel. Finally, the time has come when we are going to have our discussion on understanding the yearly planetary movements in the year 2021. After whatsoever we have faced in this particular year, where we are moving ahead with this hope that 2021 is not only going to put an end to all of our miseries, but also make us open towards all the opportunities. So what I'm going to do in this video is that I've already uploaded a video where I have explained you the planetary influence in the form of numerological numbers. How could we decode the energies of 2021 as per our personal year? If you want to get a clarity, you can also watch that video as well. I'm going to mention the link of that previous video in the description box of this video. And in this video now we are going to focus only on the astrological planetary involvements and contribution to the year 2021. So guys, I'm going to divide this video in two parts. First part, which is going to remain common for all the 12 ascendant natives, where I'm going to explain you the major transit movements which is going to happen in the year 2021. And in the second part, we will try to understand what 2021 is going to bring specifically for you. Whatsoever planetary transit movements we are going to discuss in the first part of this video, how is it going to affect you as per your ascendant in a very customized way. So okay guys, let's just start our discussion on understanding the major planetary movements in the year 2021. It's very simple. Whenever we have to look at any particular year's theme, we always give emphasis and more emphasis to the slow moving planets, because they have the capacity to bring a major change in our life, to lay foundation to something very substantial which we want to achieve. So from this particular perspective, we generally give emphasis to the transit of the planet Saturn, because Saturn stays in one zodiac sign for around 2.5 years. Second priority always goes to the nodes Rahu and Ketu, because they also stay in one sign for nearly 1.5 years of time. Then the third priority goes to the planet Jupiter, because Jupiter's stay also stays in one sign for near about 10 months to 1 year of time. So first we are going to discuss how Saturn's going to behave in the year 2021. Now just because I have already explained it to you that Saturn generally stays in one sign for nearby around 2.5 years of time, but behind each zodiac sign in our Vedic astrology, which is very comprehensive, which is very layered and detailed, behind each zodiac sign there is the energy of 3 asterisms, 3 nakshatras, which provides their energy, their contributing qualities to the functioning of that zodiac sign. So guys, in the year 2021, Saturn is majorly going to spend most of his time even behind the Capricorn in the Shravan Nakshatra. Now you need to understand first what are the underlying qualities of this asterism, this nakshatra, which is going to influence the behavior of the Saturn, which in a way is going to affect all of us. So I mean to say, whenever we have to talk about the Shravan Nakshatra. So see, Shravan is a nakshatra which is being ruled by the planet Moon. Shravan is a nakshatra which lies in the core of the Capricorn zodiac sign. Now Capricorn has a region from 10 degrees to 23 degree 20 minutes. Whenever we have to talk about Capricorn, the first thing which comes to our mind is about organizational skills, about very career driven approach. So I mean to say, all of these qualities which you must have heard or which you must associate with Capricorn zodiac sign underlies and get kind of compact in the functioning of this Shravan Nakshatra. So the way it has been described in our Vedic scriptures is that just because the ruling deity of this star Shravan is Lord Vishnu, which in itself is a preservator, and the goddess Saraswati, which represents all form of knowledge, all form of wisdom, all form of learning. So the thing is, in the functioning of this Shravan Nakshatra works in a way where a lot of emphasis is being given to your discipline and moreover and your capability to access all the form of wisdom and knowledge around you. So a lot of emphasis is being attached to the listening. So now what is going to happen is that in the year 2021, when Saturn will be transiting this Shravan nakshatra, it is good in a way that, for example, rather than being very acting like someone who is bit nonchalant, who is not very concerned, or who is kind of bit unconcerned about the wise advices of the other people, your behaviors, your endeavors have to be receptive enough in order to understand the goodness, the wisdom around you. You have to be, get into that meditative stance where you have to listen to your inner voice. I mean to say, guys, had there been a planet like Mars, if it will be transiting this asterism, which all about sharing of the knowledge, being accessible to the knowledge, then we could have said that for Mars, being proactive could reap you the results. But for a planet like Saturn, which in itself represents discipline, being passive qualities, the transit of Saturn in this Shravan nakshatra could be looked at from the perspective that this year, something concrete is definitely going to happen in your life. Some good opportunities you're definitely going to invite in your life, even from the meditative and the spiritual elevation. This year is definitely going to be very, very eye-opener for you. But the only thing is that you have to remain open towards listening to the wise counsel around you. So this is something, guys, which you can associate as the behavior and functioning of Saturn in the year 2021. Now the most important part is that, see, the first charan or the pada of Shravan is being ruled by the Aries Navamsa, which is all about logic, career oriented drive approach. You can associate with it. The second pada of Shravan nakshatra is about the Taurus Navamsa, where the emphasis is put forth more on the organizational skills, about fixity in your your approach towards the fulfillment of your goals. But the most important part is that, and where Saturn is going to spend a majority of its portion of time in the year 2021, that is going to be in this Shravan's third pada. So now third pada is being ruled by the Gemini Navamsa, where a lot of emphasis is being given on the communication, about the resourcefulness, about acquiring new skill. And this time period is going to be from the month of April to the month of July. In the month of June and July, Saturn is also going to go retrograde, but it is going to stay in the Shravan nakshatra's third pada. So I mean to say, guys, this is going to be a time period where you can encash a lot from Saturn's transit in this Shravan nakshatra. Not only that, guys, even while taking out the auspicious timings, it is being believed that any task undertaken or started in the time of predominance of Shravan nakshatra goes towards the successful final completion. So a lot related to permanent victory, laying foundation for something concrete, substantial in your life, can be associated with the transit of Saturn in the Shravan nakshatra in the year 2021. Let's move ahead, guys. The next slow moving planets which is going to impact our lives due to its transit in the year 2021, which is important to study, is the planet Rahu. Now the case with Rahu is that whichsoever Rahu transits basis your ascendant, it is being seen and it is being observed that certain degree of luck can be experienced in that particular house. Sudden thrust of fascination, obsession towards the signification of the house has been observed in the lives of many people wheresoever Rahu is being transiting in their house from the ascendant. So I mean to say, guys, in the year 2021, Rahu is majorly going to transit even within the Taurus zodiac sign, where it is transiting currently in the Rohini nakshatra. So a major like 3/4 of its time in the year 2021, it's going to be spent in the Rohini nakshatra. Now you need to understand the qualities which gets represented by Rohini. Rohini is a nakshatra which is being ruled by the planet Moon. Rohini represents all kind of civilization, production, allure, charm, good interpersonal skills. So I mean to say, Rahu, which in itself represents materialistic desires. Rahu has got that insatiable appetite. And at the time when I made a video on understanding the result of Rahu's transit in this Taurus zodiac sign, I already explained it to you people that this transit is actually going to invoke and encourage Rahu to attain the financial and materialistic desires which it always craves for. So I mean to say, in this Rohini Nakshatra, Rahu's energy is going to manifest in the form in the year 2021, where native is definitely going to make himself or herself financially stable, financially secure, and lot of efforts will be put forth in the form of attaining luxury or in the form of attaining comforts in the life. This is something which you can see as a form of probable results for Rahu's transit in the Rohini Nakshatra, which is going to remain from the month of February till the month of October. You can attach it with that. And when we talk about the Kritika Nakshatra, where Rahu is going to stay only for the 2 months in the November and December, there could be a little bit of the turmoil and the clash of energies, because Kritika is a nakshatra which is being ruled by Rahu's enemy Sun. And the second thing is that Rahu's way of functioning has got little bit of the wheel of illusion in it. There is little bit of the manipulation, there is little bit of the diplomacy in it. But when we talk about the functioning of Kritika, there is a very on your face approach, because of which there Rahu's functioning, Rahu's plans could get into bone of contention. But apart from that, for the major and the majority of the year of 2021, Rahu's transit in the Rohini Nakshatra could be seen as a very good sign for all the people who are connected with the fields of import and export, anything related to travel business, anything related to financial markets, anything related to art and mass media business. All these people can straight away get benefited because of the Rahu's transit in the year 2021 in the Rohini Nakshatra. Let's move ahead, guys. If you need to understand the transit of Ketu in the year of 2021. So as you people know that Ketu will be transiting in the sign of Scorpio throughout the year 2021. Now it is very important, because whichsoever house Ketu transit from your ascendant, it has the capacity to bring lifetime changes in the signification of that house. Any form of churning out, all form of transformation, being and becoming perfectionist in the signification of the house where Ketu is transiting from your ascendant, all of that remains possible whichever time Ketu is transiting in that particular house in your chart. Now the second thing is that behind the Scorpio zodiac sign, Ketu will be transiting in the nakshatra of Jyeshtha and in the nakshatra of Anuradha. Now you need to understand that Jyeshtha is a nakshatra which is being ruled by the planet Mercury, where a lot of emphasis is being given to attaining power, attaining some leadership role, proving your supremacy in the society. So I mean to say, let's say for example, if in the year of 2021 you are running the fortunate time periods, Dasha period, which signify some kind of attainment of power. So the transit of Ketu could promise you that. And along with that, when Ketu will be transiting the Anuradha Nakshatra from the month of July till the month of December. So Anuradha represents all kind of friendly endeavors, becoming a part of the group and attainment of your goals in a very amiable way. And you cannot even ignore the fact that Anuradha is a nakshatra which is being ruled by the planet Saturn, which is definitely going to be very empowered in this particular year's transit. And last, guys, if you need to understand the transit of Jupiter throughout the year of 2021, so I've already uploaded a video where I've explained that Jupiter will be transiting in the signs of Capricorn and Aquarius throughout the year of 2021. So till the month of April, it will be transiting in the zodiac sign of Capricorn. Then from April till the month of September, it will be transiting in the sign of Aquarius. From September to November, it will transit back to the Capricorn, and finally in the month of November, it is going to move ahead in the sign of Aquarius. Now the good part about this transit is going to remain that Jupiter's optimism might get suppressed, might get completely surrendered to the power and the disciplined streak of Saturn at the time when it is going to be transiting in the sign of Capricorn, being conjunct with already placed strong Saturn over there. But once it is going to move to the sign of Aquarius, that could be seen as a very fortunate time in working hard towards fulfillment of your goals, of your desires, along with becoming a part of the larger groups. You can look at it from that particular perspective as well. So this is something, guys, which I wanted to tell you and share a sneak peek of the planetary general movement in the year of 2021. Now we will try to understand by making a blend of all of these planets that what kind of results they are going to bring in our lives in the year of 2021. Okay friends, now we will try to understand the impact of planetary transits in the year 2021 specific to your ascendant. Now the trick is very simple. Whenever we have to do the yearly predictions, we always give emphasis to the condition of the slow moving planets, out of which Saturn gets our maximum attention because it's Saturn only which has the capacity to bring something substantial in your life in its yearly transit. So I mean to say, this whole year Saturn will be transiting in your 11th house. Even in 11th house, Saturn is going to be transiting in the zodiac sign of Capricorn, and in the major portion of this year behind Capricorn, Saturn is going to be transiting in the nakshatra of Shravan. Now you have to understand this thing is that 11th house, which is highest of the Upachya Bhav, 11th house which is also the house of desires, it is also Kama Bhav. So the transit of Saturn in the 11th house is considered as a very fortunate placement, because see, 11th house tells about large group networks. This is what Saturn also represents, that uniting the group, public masses for a single cause, for a same philanthropic humanitarian cause. Along with that, 11th house also tells about your desires, your hopes, highest of the titles. So I mean to say, all of that only Saturn is capable of, because when we talk about your highest of the desires, hopes and goals, so these, no one sets a lifetime goal, something which can be achieved in a day or overnight. Your goals are something which makes them very special in your life, because you have to undergo hard work, you have to put yourself 100% towards the accomplishment of those goals. And this is what Saturn represents, all those kind of power, authority, fame which is being achieved, acquired by struggle, by hard work, by proving your mettle. So I mean to say, if you have to understand the results of Saturn's transit this year in your 11th house, you can look at it from that perspective, that 11th house also tells about your friends. So Saturn is actually going to restrain and restrict your friend circle to only few of those chosen people who are bit they could be old, be mature, and most importantly, they are definitely going to be very much attuned to their purpose in life, and same ways they are going to encourage you, motivate you towards the accomplishment of your goals. You can see this as one of the probable result of Saturn's transit in your 11th house. Apart from that, see, 11th house also tells about your desires, your hopes, your goals. So somehow Saturn is actually going to make you very realistic, very mature, and at the same time very hardworking towards the achievement, towards the accomplishment of your goals. You can also look at it from that perspective. Now you have to also understand this thing, that Saturn is going to be transiting in the nakshatra of Shravan, which is all about the Shruti, which is all about remaining accessible to the knowledge, wise counsel, advices around you. So I mean to say, during this point of time, this period of time, one thing which I want to advise you over here is that try to remain accessible towards other people's opinion. Like, I mean to say, now this could be a close friend, now this could be a work colleague, but what other people have to say, what other people also have to contribute towards your goals, because you have to understand that when we talk about the three karma houses, like third house tells about success achieved solely through your own self-initiated efforts. When we talk about 7th house, you might need your life partner, you might need long-term people who are very from a very long span of time associated with you. When we talk about the 11th house, the success attained and acquired through 11th house tells about where you have to reach out to people, you have to mingle up with people, you have to become a part of the collective in order to fulfill your goals. So this is what Saturn is actually going to encourage you, and this is what you have to understand. The Mool mantra is that you have to remain accessible towards other people's opinion as well, towards your goals, towards your dreams, towards your hopes. You can also look at it from that perspective. Now, whenever we talk about the transit of Jupiter, so Jupiter, which in your case it is your ascendant lord, and at the same time it is also the lord of your 10th house, your karma, your career, your deeds. So I mean to say, Jupiter being debilitated in the 11th house, but at the same time going through cancellation because of the placement of Saturn over there, you can also look at it from that perspective that whatsoever you're running around is going to be this year. Along with that, even if you will be a part of a group, there could be all those circumstances which could erupt that you might be the one who will be put with too much of the responsibilities, obligation. So because of that, the energy could get drained little bit, but at the same time, all of these socialization, all those responsibilities or burden of responsibilities which might come on you can also help you prove yourself in a very public sphere. You can also look at it from that perspective. But yes, at the same time, even from the health perspective, this year I will seriously recommend you that worship of Lord Vishnu, like even offering water, turmeric and jaggery to the banana plant, banana tree, can actually bring very good results for you. And at the same time, offering chapati with ghee and gur to Gaur Mata can also bring very good results in your life. So this is something, guys, which I wanted to tell you as a part of Jupiter's contribution this year. And let's say, for example, in the months of from April till the month of September, once Jupiter will come out of your 11th house, out of its debilitation, and it will transit in your 12th house. So that could be a very beneficial time for all those people whose life is directly connected with the domain of the 12th house, which is about import export, which is about foreign trade, which is about any kind of foreign settlement, any kind of visa, immigration related concerns, people who are in hospitals, work in hospitals, prisons, monasteries, yoga teachers, meditation experts. So these people can also benefit from the time period of April till the month of September, when Jupiter is going to be transiting in your 12th house. So this is something, guys, which I wanted to tell you as a part of the contributing energies coming from Saturn and Jupiter. Now, if you have to understand how Rahu and Ketu are going to be contributing this year. So now what is going to happen is that Rahu is going to be transiting in your 3rd house. Now the signification of 3rd house somehow are in sync with Rahu's innate nature. I mean to say, 3rd house, which is a Kama bhav, which is an Upachya bhav. 3rd house tells about your mental and physical prowess, your communication aspect, your short journeys, your efforts. So I mean to say, the transit of Rahu in the 3rd house in the zodiac sign of Taurus, and during a major portion of this year behind Taurus, Rahu is going to be transiting in the nakshatra of Rohini, which is again about beauty and elegance. So this year somehow you will find yourself putting your best efforts, putting your best foot forward in order to fulfill your all kind of materialistic desires. This year's transit could also be seen as very beneficial for all those people who are connected with sales, media, marketing, advertising, and even if in your case you want to initiate some of your own venture, Rahu can help you over there. If you are a content creator, Rahu can also help you over there. And along with that, you are also going to come across as a very resourceful person, and you will be able to become a gel, become a kind of a glue in a group activities, where you will be able to connect right set of people with the right set of opportunities, attract all kind of attention towards you, towards your efforts, towards your skill, towards your craft. So even from that perspective, this transit of Rahu for the Pisces ascendant people can be seen as a very beneficial placement. So when I say that you will be able to attract attention towards your skill, towards your craft, so I mean to say, compared to the last year, if this year you are an artist, you are a painter, you are a dancer, so you will definitely find that somehow your craft, your content, your piece of art is definitely getting a lot more appreciation. You can also look at it from that perspective as well. So for all form of fame, popularity, this transit of Rahu and Ketu in your 3rd and 9th house axis can be seen as a very beneficial placement. And friends, if you have to scrutinize the contribution of Ketu during this year, so you will definitely see that all the signification of Ketu somehow fall in sync with the features of ninth house as well. Because ninth house also tells about your religion, religious austerities. It is also the house of your fortune, your ancestors. So I mean to say you will definitely experience this year that your intensity towards religion could become little bit strengthened. Along with that, you will also remain lucky in getting access to all form of pristine divine knowledge, religious text, religious scriptures. Now this could be either your own search and exploration takes you towards them, or it could be in the form of people of religious significance might enter your life and make you aware towards all these kinds of religious knowledge and wisdom dawn upon you. You can also look at it from that perspective. The only thing which I want to recommend to you people is that try to remain very respectful towards your dad, and at the same time any of the worship related to connected to your kul devta, kul devi, towards your ancestors can also bring very good results in your life. And you cannot deny this fact that we always say that Rahu has the capacity to bring good results in our life in a span of time, short span of time, with a sudden strike, very unpredictable results. But when we talk about Ketu, it's Ketu only which has the capacity to give you the complete extract of your kundli, complete extract of your life in one strike. So I mean to say this transit can also be seen as very beneficial even from the perspective of Rahu and Ketu's contribution as per your ascendant. So okay guys, now we will try to understand what is happening in different categories of your life by taking them one by one. So I mean to say, first we will start with what is going to happen at your career front this year. Okay friends, now whenever we have to give attention to the concerns of career, we always look at the condition of the 10th house, which tells about your professional environment, which tells about your professional aspirations, your ambitions. We also give attention to the state and condition of the 6th house, which tells about your work ethics, which tells about your daily work life. So I mean to say what is going to happen this year is that, as you can see over here, that Saturn is actually very strengthened in your 11th house. So which is definitely going to make you very focused towards the achievement of your and the accomplishment of your career goals. Highest of the titles can also be achieved. Any form of much awaited or pending like promotion can also happen this year. Along with that, I'm not seeing you vulnerable in the form of being negligent or being bit lazy towards the your career aspirations. So even from that perspective, this year is actually creating very good energy for you, because you have to understand that whatsoever efforts you want to put forth at your career front, that is the house which is being controlled by the 10th house lord, and at the same time it's your own existence, it's your complete self which also has to support that. So in your case, Jupiter being your ascendant lord and 10th lord completely surrendering to a strengthened Saturn is actually going to instill lot of work ethics in you. You will definitely going to be in a position where you will attract lot many opportunities, and at the same time you will run into all those people who are by themselves very focused towards their goals, and they will also encourage you for the same cause. You can also look at it from that perspective. And I've already explained it to you that a strengthened Rahu in your 3rd house is actually going to overwhelm you with new out of the box ideas how to make your moves in order to progress at your career front. Okay friends, now we will try to understand what kind of tarot energies I received as a theme for this area of your life. So I straight away received just the one major arcana card, which came out to be the Hermit card. But this card came out to be reversed, which could be seen as a positive energy. Because you have to understand that whenever we talk about this Hermit card, this card just tells about being in pursuit of something which you are eyeing. Like this could be research, exploration for your career goals, of any of your lifetime dreams. So I mean to say, this card in itself coming in the reading just tells about that yes, you are on the right path, and this card being reversed just tells about that all of your search can come to a successful end this year by connecting you to the right people, right situation, right choices. So because of which this card is actually creating a very good energy. And all what I want to tell you over here is that do not stop putting your efforts. Whatever you want to achieve, Saturn is very strengthened. It is capable of giving it to you, but at the same time, you have to remain consistently working towards the achievement of your goals. Now moving to the next category of what is exactly happening at your financial front this year. Now as you people know that whenever we have to look at any of the concerns of our finances, we look at the condition of the second house, which is a purely the house of finances, all kind of your assets, buying and selling. And we also look at the condition of the 11th house, which tells about supplementary income, all kind of opportunities. So I mean to say guys, this year the energies are actually very strong for you in order to making use of your resourcefulness to create some new financial opportunity. And at the same time, you will also be able to express yourself in a correct way, position yourself in a correct way. All what is required is for your goals, you have to be a bit patient enough, and at the same time try not to be in this mode that okay, if I'm in a group setting, why I have to be the one who is getting additional burden of responsibilities. So try to be in this mode of whatever responsibilities are coming your way, you should accept that, you should take that with a smiling face, because these responsibilities only could make you a star in people's eye, could connect you with opportunities. So for the financial front, not only you seem to be on a safer side, but at the same time I'm also looking at, just because of the planetary placement this year, not only Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, I also scrutinize Mars and other planets as well, that you will also remain lucky in initiating some new ventures as well. The card which I received from Tarot, again the single major arcana card, which came out to be the Emperor card, which came out to be reversed. So guys, this card just tells about, had this card been upright, this card would have said that okay, a strengthened financial state can be expected. But just because this card came out to be reversed, this just tells about that there remains to be all those kind of situation and scenarios where money will keep on pouring in, but at the same time you will be spending money equally. So I mean to say, try to make a habit of saving money as well this year, and at the same time you will run into lot many people who will be a very strong decision maker, or who could be in a position of authority, position of power. So try to please them, and finances could go little bit of the ups and downs this year. So you have to remain very watchful and cautious of that as well. So you should have money saved as well for some of the rainy days. So I mean to say, this year could actually take you in a roller coaster ride of new opportunities, new financial gain, and at the same time money going out in the form of investment, in the form of expenditures as well. Now guys, moving to the next category of what is actually going to happen at your relationship front. Are relationship going to give you all kind of comforts, going to connect you with all form of opportunities, or relationship are going to become a matter of concern or worry? So we will try to understand that. Now as you know that for any of the concerns of the our interaction within this world, we look at the original air houses of our astrological chart. Third house, which tells about our interaction within our neighborhood with our, like you can say, our siblings. Seventh house, which tells about our interaction with the public, with world at large. And 11th house, which also tells about our interaction with the large group network. So as you can fairly see over here is that this year is actually creating very good energy for you for all form of socialization. The cards which I received, I will straight away show you those cards, because this particular area of your life came out to be with lot many cards. So it means a lot divine wants to guide us for this area of our life, because at the same time even the opportunities are going to come this year only because of your socialization, because of your interaction within the world. So what do you need to, what kind of code you need to follow, that is something which we will try to understand. So the first card which came out to be the Six of Wands. So this card came out to be reversed. So I mean to say, you might find those kind of situation where you will see that people are actually initially not abiding by your instructions, your terms, your opinion. So you have to be convincing enough, bit resilient enough in order to take a strong stand on your opinions, on your ideas, and make people believe and follow your footsteps. So you have to remain bit strong on your that approach. You can also look at it from that perspective. The second card, guys, which came out to be the Page of Pentacles. Now this card came out to be reversed, which just tells about you might be little bit immature in the form of how to manage your finances while dealing with people. So I mean to say, try not to go overboard in order to please people or trying to impress people or outshine people when your finances are not allowing that. This is something, guys, which you have to understand. The next card, guys, which came out to be the Seven of Pentacles. So this is creating a good energy. It means all of your socialization, somehow your objectives, your practical earth goals, your financial goals will remain in the back of your mind, which is not going to deviate you from that. The next card, guys, which came out to be Six of Cups, which is a very good energy. You will definitely find the support of people in the form of, like, for example, initially you might have to go through differing opinion, but at the same time there will be, like, the way you can say, some guardian angel or those people who have their eyes and heart set on you because of your charm, because of your talent, that they are actually going to support you at the same time as well. So you will get the support of right set of people at the right time, irrespective of a large portion of people opposing you as well. Moving ahead, guys, the next card which came out to be Four of Swords, which just tells about right set of contemplation while even dealing with people. So I'm not seeing you getting dissipated or getting distracted or being misguided. So this card just tells about you will make your moves in a very calculative way, and at the same time lot of socialization, lot of exchange of ideas which could take you in the positive direction in life. The next card, guys, which came out to be the Three of Swords. So I mean to say, this card, guys, is reversed, which just tells about in the past, if you have some bitter terms with some of the people with whom you have had in past some good relationship, so all of those grudges could mend, could improve this year, and the friendship could again bloom. You can see this card from that perspective. And the final major arcana card, guys, which came out to be the Hierophant card. So it's a very good energy. Now the Hierophant card, whenever this card comes, it just tells about following the custom. So this card always emphasizes on not going unconventional. This card just tells about you have to follow the conventional and the set path, and that could give you good result. So this card also is creating a very good energy. So let's say, for example, for all those people who are awaiting for the concerns of arranged marriage, some kind of arranged marriage concerns, so they can also benefit this year. You might run into someone with whom you get good chemistry, and if you will introduce the same person to your family, so they will also agree to that match. So arranged marriage can also materialize. Following the custom, following the conventional path can actually give you good results. So you do not have to rebel from your existing norms and mindset while dealing with people. You do not have to compromise on your morals. So let's say, for example, if you are a vegetarian, if you are a vegan, I'm just giving a very abrupt, a very random example, and you get introduced to all those kind of situation where people will emphasize more on trying meat or trying leather, trying all those kind of things which are against your existing morals. So try not to go to that path or take that path. This is something which this card is advising us. And coming to the final category, where we will try to understand how the energies are going to manifest for students or for all those people who are going to appear in any form of academic or competitive exams. So I mean to say, guys, it's very simple. As you can see over here that Saturn is going to be strengthened in your 11th house. Now 11th house, which is a house of your dreams, your hopes. Now what could be more important for someone, or what could be more fortunate for someone who is going to appear in a government job exam, which is a lifetime dream for so many people around the world, that his 11th house is being strengthened. And not only that, from 11th house, Saturn is giving its 7th aspect to your 5th house of education and intellect, and at the same time it is giving its 10th aspect of justice, giving judgment to your 8th house. Now 8th house, which represents all form of unpredictable and sudden results. So I mean to say this year could be seen as very fortunate for you, and at the same time even Rahu is strengthened in your 3rd house, which represents your mental prowess, which tells about thinking out of the box, presenting yourself to the best of your capacity. So I mean to say this year is actually creating very strong, very positive energy for all the students as well. Now if you have to understand what kind of energies we received from tarot, so the card which came out to be the reversed of the Tower card. So this card, guys, just tells about that your current environment is actually going to get heated up a lot. So I mean to say you need to follow a very disciplined life. You need to work hard if you want to change any of the adverse situation to your favor. So I mean to say, if you have been lacking in your grades, if you have been facing some problems in your current chosen subjects, so you have to work hard, and if you will work hard, you can actually reverse the situation in your favor. But yes, the journey is going to be filled with little bit of the difficulties, which will demand lot of hard work from you. This is something which I wanted to tell you from the energies which I received from this card. So guys, once again, thanks a lot for watching this video. I pray to Lord Shiva that Lord Shiva's grace shall shine upon you. All of your wishes shall come true this year. And for further more updates and notification on the science of astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Thank you.